Well, Andrew's not feeling well. We were kind of worried that it might be COVID, but we took him to the doctor, had him checked out, and it's a throat infection. Gave him a bunch of medications, and he'll be all right in a day or two. So Renee is staying with him, and I'm going out for a little walkabout, headed towards Centro. There's a cathedral here I want to see, and I want to show you what it looks like. And so that's where we're headed. It's about a 1.5 mile walk. Piece of cake, right? And I'll show you what I see when I get there. San Luis Potosí is a very, it's not a touristy town. It's not like Nueva Vallarta or Puerto Vallarta. Hola. Buenos Aires. And it's not like it was in San Miguel de Allende. San Miguel was very, very, very clean. Everything was very nice and taken care of. San Luis Potosí is not quite as clean. It does remind me some of the outskirts around Puerto Vallarta in that regard. You see some trash, you see some things like that on the side of the road and on the sidewalks and all. I hate to say it. It's like they don't take as much pride in their area as the folks did in San Miguel. Unfortunate. But I did get a haircut yesterday. Hence why I'm wearing the hat, so that the sun doesn't roast my noggin. All right, we'll see what there is to see, and I'll show you when we get there. Passing by a lot of little stores, little shops, some of them barber shops, some of them, I saw one that was an upholstery store, not a store, a shop, where the guy was recovering a sofa. Passed by a cabinet shop. The guy was building some cabinets in there, and he had a lathe. He had been turning some spindles, and there's some houses scattered here and there as we go. Did pass by several ladies that were sweeping the sidewalk, and so we'll back up on the no pride thing, right? Plenty of other things. There's a gymnasium I see, a lot of houses, another barber shop, but some areas where the grass is a little overgrown, and yeah, it's lived in, right? As you can see across the street, brick masons doing the brickwork there for adding a second story onto that house, the green one across there. By little restaurants. This is about 2:30 in the afternoon, and folks are in there enjoying a late lunch and passing by little internet cafes and little candy stores and things like that. Typical Mexican town. Noisy. I said typical Mexican town. A little noisy. Barking dogs. Hola. Buenos Aires. passed by a taco making place, and they make tortillas. This thing is rolling tacos off a whole lot faster than you can make them by hand. Looks like maybe a dog grooming place, yeah. Actually, it's a veterinarian place. And barbacoa. And right down there is a pigeon factory. Looks like they're making pigeons right in the middle of the highway. One thing you have to be careful about in Mexico, evidently the dogs don't have anywhere else to poop, and so they poop on the sidewalk, and you've got to be very careful that you don't step in dog poop. There's a big stadium there. Every once in a while you run across an old car or an old truck here, and I want you to see this Chevrolet Viking. Oh my gracious. So sweet. As I get run over to show you a picture of it, I'll do anything to grow the channel, right? I saw advertised recently an old Willis for sale. That's the big stadium we were seeing just a moment ago. A pretty good sized stadium from what it looks like. And that's a look backward at parts of that stadium. I don't know if you can see down in the distance to the right some of the stadium lights up there. I would love to show you more, but we're on a mission. Actually going to the mission. Going to the Cathedral in Centro. Check that out. It's going to be a pretty one here. Let's go see it. That's where we're headed. It seems like as I'm headed to Centro, I'm kind of going through a middle-class neighborhood and some pretty nice houses or apartments. Huh? You got a place for parking your car, and then you got an outer courtyard. The avenue that we're on is called Avenue de Corral. And we're going to turn a right up there. Iron Gym is a huge gym. I see like a billion treadmills in there. And right beside a Little Caesars is a huge Cinemex. Tacos and Los Volcanes across the street. And seeing the sign says Centro straight ahead, and Guadalajara to the left, and I'm not going to walk to Guadalajara from here. I'm headed in the right direction. On the other side of the bridge, there's a huge mall, and I see Walmart is a part of that mall. Unfortunately, in San Luis Potosí, you see a lot of graffiti. Now, I realize that one's advertising for something, but a lot of this is not. I'm no fan of graffiti. I've seen it in just about every country I've been in, and I've been in 43 different countries. And my thought is, draw on something that belongs to you. Don't mess with someone else's property. Interesting little house there. That's cute. You notice the black tank on the roof? That's for your water. It heats it up from the sunlight, so therefore very economical. Notice their front courtyard, all the flowers, pretty plants there. Every so many houses you'll pass by, they'll have under their carport, they'll have a grill thing set up so that they can serve tacos or serve burritos. And so once a day they'll open up and make a little extra money. May have bit off more than I can chew a little bit. It wasn't a mile and a half to the cathedral. It was further than that, but you know what? I've been going to the treadmill when I was in San Miguel de Allende, and I would do 6 miles on the treadmill, but it wasn't blazing hot in there. There was a fan blowing. So I stopped at a little convenience mart and got me an apple juice. Refreshing. All right, I think we can do it now. I think we can do it. May not be in the best of neighborhoods, but if you're a fan of the unit that used to come on CBS, they canceled that. I didn't like it when they canceled that. But Sergeant Jonas Blaine told his daughter on there one time, he said, "I'm afraid of no man and only one woman." So, I'm not afraid of much. I'm afraid of being thirsty and hot and needing some apple juice. I was kind of worried. I see a cathedral off way in the background. I was wondering about this brick wall that goes forever. And, it's got barbed wire and glass and things at the top. I thought, there's a Demogorgon or something in there maybe, but I see a train track on the other, or a train on the other side. So evidently, I don't know, to keep noise down from a neighborhood or to keep people from getting run over by the train, not sure. All right, making it there. And I finished my Jugo Manzana, my apple juice. Evidently it's not all apple juice because it says excessive calories and excessive sugar, exceso calorías and exceso azúcares. And so it's apple juice with a bunch of sugar in it. But you know what? It gave me a second win. It got me energy back. I'm ready to roll. I'm headed into San Luis Potosí to see the cathedral. Places have dogs for security. Anybody want to go in there and pet that big boy? I didn't think so. I don't know if you can see the cathedral off in the background there. We're heading that direction. There's a pretty park across the way too. Nice park. We're right in the Centro area of San Luis Potosí. And for those who think it's San Luis Potosí, or Potosi, they're wrong. They pronounce it Potosí. You know, the park didn't look that big when I first entered it, but now I'm on the other side of it. It's pretty doggone big, and rightfully so. I mean, I'm in San Luis Potosí, which is the capital city of the state of San Luis Potosí. Evidently some carnival games set up for the children. Evidently doesn't run this time of day. I want you to notice the intricacy of the masonry work, the stone work in that tower. It's amazing. This is the Cathedral of St. Augustine. To the left is the cathedral that I will show you in just a moment. It might be one of the only Sears in the world right there that's still open. Town Square Park there. And I'm going to go across the street to the town square to show you the cathedral. By the way, San Luis Potosí has about 800,000 people that live here. That's not counting all the guests. There, my friends, is the Cathedral of San Luis Potosí. Gorgeous, isn't it? At the Alos Fundadores de San Luis, Minas del Potosí, 1592 Plaza. I know I butchered it pronunciation-wise, but you get the idea, right?